Hey, it's Nick, and I wanted to talk about being a time lord, right? Being the lord, being the controller of your time, right? Because you are your greatest asset in your business. And if you want to succeed as an entrepreneur, if you want to succeed in your business, then you as your greatest asset, the next most important thing then is your time, because it's the only thing that you have. And so where you spend your time, you are ultimately responsible for that, and you've got to be so careful, and I have to be so careful about where we spend our time. There are so many examples in my business and before then, of course, in other things that I've done where, time goes by and you don't get the result that you want, or you don't get the result that you know you're capable of. And when you look back, it's because you discover that there's just all this time has gone, and you just wonder, where has it gone? Now, managing time, of course, is one of the most basic principles that you begin to learn about in school, time management. It's basic. Yet so many of us, me included, still, it's not that we get it wrong, it's just that we don't get it right enough of the time. Okay, so we need to become time lords. We need to really appreciate just how valuable time is. And where you spend your time is where you spend your time. It's your choice. And whatever you are spending your time on, you're doing it because you are choosing to put your time into that space. Now, in business, we talked about the other day in a video about profit optimization, about how important it is to focus on the things that create profit in your business. And at the moment you take your attention away from profit-focused activities, the profit will drop away. And so this is a related thing, because it's about time. Where are you putting your time? Where am I putting my time? Who are you investing your time in? Which projects are you investing your time in? How do you manage your time? Not just for the things you have to do as an entrepreneur in your business, but the things you need to do as a human, right? To be a superhuman, to thrive. Where do you put your time for your fitness and your friends and your family and your relaxation time and your learning and your education? There's a range of things we have to do. But as an entrepreneur, we know that this time management issue, this being what I call a time lord, right, it's just so important. And I am a shocker at it. Okay, I'm very busy doing all these things I love doing. I'm absolutely entertained all the time. I love doing what I do. But so much of it, then it doesn't result in anything. Or it doesn't seem to result in anything. Or I've done all this activity and it's like, well, where's the result that I was after? Because this thing here that I really want, if I sit down and I'm honest with myself and I go, this thing here, right? This is what I want. This is what I want. I would give anything to have this. And now I'm going to go and do all this stuff over here. I'm going to focus my time over here. But this is what I want. And so what will happen is you will get what you focus your time on. All right? So if you want this, but then you just go and focus on all these things over here, this won't happen. Now, I know this sounds basic, but it's these basics that we've got to get right. We've got to get them right. Today I've been hooking up all these API integrations between different software platforms, and I've been installing all these Google Analytics in different pages and scripts and experiments and all these bits and pieces, right? We can do the complicated technical things, right? We can do those things, but we still have to manage the time. We have to manage the time. So that's the message today. I don't know if you relate to it or not. If you do, scroll down under the video wherever you're watching this and leave a comment. Let me know about your time management strategies, what you've done, what you've found, any stories you can share about the times where you focused your time and got incredible results. I mean, that's one of the things too, right, is that some of the things that you want are a day or two's work away, right? But if you don't spend that time, it'll be months before they happen. And when they finally happen, you realize, gee, it didn't take a lot of time to really make this happen. Why didn't I do it earlier? What was I doing all that other time? If you've got any stories like that or examples, it'd be great for you to share them. And look, if you're not watching this video on my blog, go ahead and watch it there. It's at nicklucas.com. And you can go check out the blog there, plus a whole lot of other videos on how to optimize the entrepreneur that you are. Right? We're on this journey together, you and I. I'm learning to optimize my skill set as an entrepreneur. That's what these videos are all about. And they're just as useful for me as they are for you as I go back over. Look, what are the things that really matter? And time is one of them. It is just so important. Now, there's a million time management tools and things you can get for your phone and your app and everything. Go find whatever works for you, but just do something, right? Grab hold of that time. Realize you are already the time lord. Okay, you are already in control of your time. You just need to decide and be very clear about where you are putting that time, where are you putting that focus, where are you putting that energy, right? Because ultimately, it's your choice. No one can force you. It's your choice where you put your time, all right? So I'm Nick Lucas. Thanks for tuning in. I'll see you in another video.